Meherzia Belabed clutches photographs of her life in better times. She says she was wrongly arrested and imprisoned under former President Zine El Abidine Ben Ali. She accuses her interrogators of torturing her when she was pregnant. She had a miscarriage. Meherzia says the authorities forced her husband to divorce her, leaving her to bring up her children alone.
I want the people responsible for what happened to me, who destroyed our lives, to be held accountable. They may not end up in prison, but their names should be made public, and they must tell us that they regret what they did.
For the first time in their history, Tunisians can hold their abusers accountable. The Truth and Dignity Commission was appointed by Parliament last year to investigate past crimes. Anyone can submit a complaint dating back to the 1950s.
Since December last year, this office has received more than 3,000 allegations of abuse. It's going to be a long and difficult process, and the reality is some people may never find the answers they're looking for.
Tunisia's new president, Beji Caid Essebsi, says he wants to reform the so-called transitional justice law. The next government can't stop the process, but it could slow things down.
The problem is the political willing of who are in charge of leading this country. And as you can imagine, these people, sometimes we call them the deep state, are not interested in accountability.
Some observers say Tunisia can't transition from dictatorship to democracy without confronting its past.
It took us 2 to 3 years as a country to talk, to discuss, to elaborate on transitional justice, to the point that it became kind of a social demand from people, from all categories of people in this nation.
4 years ago, Meherzia joined protesters on the streets to demand dignity for herself and her children. Despite the many disappointments in her life, Meherzia hasn't given up on justice. She says she'll wait for as long as it takes. Nazanine Moshiri, Al Jazeera, Tunis.